In Meridian, Mississippi, a Habitat for Humanity home is nearing completion. It's sponsored by many of the various companies that make up Mississippi's forest industry. The home will also receive certification under the Green Building Standard of the National Home Builders Association. The home is being built with wood grown and harvested according to the guidelines of the National Sustainable Forestry Initiative. The partnership of Habitat for Humanity and the Mississippi forest industry has been described by some as a perfect fit.
I am so excited. So I can't hardly stand myself today, but I know God is in charge and it'll be so much better now. I'm so happy now, but then when it's completely done, I don't know how I'm going to act now because I'm just so excited now, just by being partially built.
JOANN Davis and her husband, Willie Davis Jr., are anticipating the day when they will own their own home for the first time. The Davis house is the 70th to be constructed by the Lauderdale County Habitat for Humanity affiliate. These particular volunteers work for companies which have helped many people to build homes. Mississippi's forest industry. The Davis home is sponsored by the State Implementation Committee for the Sustainable Forestry Initiative. The SIC is made up of representatives of Mississippi's forest industry.
It's one of these things where it's not only an opportunity to give back to those communities where we operate, and to give back and help those that are in need, but it gives a chance to, highlight the Sustainable Forestry Initiative that our company has been behind for many years.
The State Implementation Committee is made up of public entities and private businesses which promote and guide the Sustainable Forestry Initiative in Mississippi. SFI is a voluntary national program which promotes sustainable forestry growth with landowners, loggers, and forest industry. Its 14 core principles seek to keep forestry sustainable while protecting water quality, biodiversity, wildlife habitat, and at-risk species. The Mississippi State Implementation Committee funds training in the Sustainable Forestry Initiative for loggers, forestry consultants, and landowners. When the idea for funding a habitat house was brought to the SIC, the conversation turned quickly from whether to do it, but how to do it.
Let's start from the bottom, from the beginning. Cutting the trees, following those, and really show the people what impact the SIC and the SFI has in the community as far as jobs, and follow the chain of command. I mean, the chain from where it starts to where it ends. And that's exactly why we got involved.
At this particular project, one of the greatest of those is, the philanthropical spirit that goes along with the project itself, but also it's very educational to the entire community to see that not only can you build a house with SFI certified wood, but that's something that can happen right here in Mississippi with quality professionals all the way from the point of harvest where we are today, all the way through the manufacturing as we see all the way up into the house.
The sustainable cycle of modern forestry has been illustrated in the wood products donated to the Habitat home. This particular load of logs was harvested off Plum Creek Timber Company land, which had been managed according to best management practices and the Sustainable Forestry Initiative. The trees were harvested by a logging company which had been trained as well in SFI and BMPs.
It teaches the loggers how to do their BMP work, our best management practices, and as you said, your SMZs where you cross in streams and creeks. It teaches them how to do this with the least amount of impact.
The harvested trees were then taken to Weyerhaeuser's lumber mill at Philadelphia, Mississippi, where they were sawn into lumber.
We do a lot of wood products out of here from the Dimension Mill here in Philadelphia, and they end up in the houses, whether in trusses or in the framing of the house. So we're more than happy to be part of this and to do our part in this Habitat for Humanity house.
The Weyerhaeuser sawn lumber was then transported to Clearspan Components of Meridian, Mississippi. Clearspan is a manufacturer of custom-engineered building components. It turned the lumber into wall panels, roof trusses, and floor trusses for the Habitat house. Clearspan cooperated in documenting the chain of custody needed to maintain SFI certification for the Habitat house.
We're very appreciative of the Campbell Group, but they invited us because of our involvement with the local Habitat group. And basically, we can be a part of the tracking from the forest all the way down to the local house that's being put in.
Norboard, Mississippi's Guntown Mill provided SFI-certified oriented strand board for the Meridian Habitat House. Norboard's Martin Faulkner says SFI has resulted in more trees being planted than are being cut in Mississippi.
All the data shows that we actually have more timbered acres in the state of Mississippi now than we've had in over 100 years, and we're actually growing more timber than we're harvesting now.
Fonda Rush, director for Lauderdale County's Habitat for Humanity, says the timing was right when SFI's State Implementation Committee approached Habitat about building a home using SFI-certified wood.
And we were already sort of doing Energy Star homes and just not asking for certification. But on this, we decided on our next house, we totally wanted to go to green and become a certified green home using the National Home Builder Standards for green building. So it all just began to work out really well because the SFI is recognized by the National Home Builders Association standards.
Habitat for Humanity is a nonprofit ecumenical Christian ministry founded on the conviction that every man, woman, and child should have a decent, safe, and affordable place to live. Rush says the biggest misconception about Habitat is that the homes are simply given to their new owners. Habitat home sponsors donate money and Habitat raises other funds, but the new homeowners pay for their homes, helping provide funds for future construction.
So it's an interest-free mortgage, and we sell it for what it cost us basically to build the houses. So the families do have to have income and coming in, such as a job or disability.
Habitat homeowners are also required to work on their homes, putting in so-called sweat equity. Volunteers have come from many places as well. The SIC and Mississippi's forestry-related companies like the Campbell Group in Meridian have held work days being blessed as they help to bless the Davises. Landscape help is being provided by the Mississippi State University Extension Service Master Gardener Program in Lauderdale County.
The day I get the keys, I think about that a lot. I know right then the home is finished. I'll be a homeowner. I can set myself, set my goals to live and go ahead on in life and keep on going.
And you can watch this story again on our Farmweek website. That's farmweek.msucares.com. You can also catch it on Facebook and YouTube. And we'll have some links to get you in touch with SFI and Habitat for Humanity.